Okay, here we're getting ready to mount a 5-point harness in it, in the racing mower. There's some do's and don'ts and some things I'm going to run into on this, but I mean, it's not like it's on a sanctioned event scale. A couple things where the belts come out. You want, I think it's like 2 or 4 inches out. You don't want it mounted like this or like this. You want it behind you, and I think it has a variance. But the reason is if you mount it, say to this bar, which it's going to get mounted there, and I'll explain how I'm going to fix what it can do, that if you crash and this bar gets jabbed down while you're sitting in this seat, it compacts you and crushes your spine. So you could see how it would pull down if the seat didn't go with it. I'm actually going to mount it probably to these, but I'm going to run a bar up and around to here so it keeps that distance and geometry it needs. But as well, it'll have the slack, because I don't want to put a bar there and mount them like this. You know, if something gets pushed or pulled, you know, there's not a lot of play where it's going to tighten up on me. So if I have them mounted here, I almost have the slack I need, and then when I run the bar, it'll put it at the angle it needs. So some thought I've put into it. I mean, I could go up here and really, I don't know. We're working on it. It's a trial and error. People will probably comment, tell me I'm building a death trap, which I don't disagree. Got a temp gauge I got to get on it. I got the factory covers I found for the floor that kind of fit back on there. Trying to put some of the stock stuff back on the mower as possible. This did hold a tack that rattled itself to death, so I'm gonna probably clean this up, trim these so they're not sharp points. I need a smaller steering wheel with a disconnect. I got some padding mounted to this thing if it does roll and my head's bouncing around in it. I did put LED lighting all over it. I got 6 different strips, and you can control each one, how bright and whatnot. But in there I've got one behind me and one above me, so at least if I'm in this, I can see what I'm doing if it's dusk or whatnot, if there's a night race, if I ever do get it to the drag strip. I thought my heat shield was cool. Hot chick, LOL. Caution, hot pipe. Heat shield. Still working on the front tires. I've been through about 10 different sets. Figure out what I like and what I don't. Putting basically just like a tail light, but not gonna have a brake light on it. It's just an indicator so you can see where it's at from the back, which that's where everybody will mainly see it when I race them.